Okay, today we'll be doing chapter 2.2, and we're going to relate the structure of the following to their functions. First, ciliated cells, movement of mucus. Ciliated cells are basically they help in the movement of mucus in the trachea and bronchi. So they look like this. So this is So this is a ciliated cell. Ciliated cell. Okay. In a ciliated cell, there are cilia, which are the hair. Okay, this is the cilia. Basically, the hair. Cilia, they flick continuously. Flick dirt continuously. Okay, that's cilia. They have a nucleus, and that's it. So they're the ciliated cell. So the ciliated cell, it is in the trachea and the bronchi. So basically, it allows you to so obviously in the trachea and bronchi, so the trachea is basically, it connects your nose to the throat. So connects the nose to throat. So what it does is that trachea, it removes the dust. So these hair-like structures, this is mucus coming in. They flick the dust away and let mucus travel up the nose or down the throat. Okay, that's so basically. What it is ciliated cell. What it does is, it's for the movement of mucus in the trachea and bronchi. So it's the movement of mucus in the trachea and bronchi. Okay, so the ciliated cilia, they move mucus, they trap bacteria, and they flick it down the throat or up the nose. So that's what it is. Okay, this is important. Now, this is done. Now, routier cells. Routier cells, they're for absorption. Now, routier cells, they're for the absorption of They're for the absorption of water and mineral ions in soil. The mineral ions in water. Okay, here. Okay. Now, this is a vacuole. It's a routier cell. Okay, it has a large vacuole. It has an extension. Okay, it has a cell membrane, It has a nucleus. It has a cell wall. That means it's in plants. And obviously this extension is called root hair. Okay, so now the root hair cell. Okay, the root hair cell, its function is absorption of water. This is really important. And mineral ions from soil. Okay, what happens is that if this is the soil, okay, and there's obviously water in the soil. Water in the soil and mineral ions. So the mineral ions, what happens is that it gets absorbed into it, and then this goes, so this obviously it's in the roots, gets absorbed in roots. Okay, now the roots, they pass it along the stem to the leaves. That's all you need to know is that the root hair cell, it's the absorption of water and minerals from soil. Okay, now xylem vessels, that's done. Xylem vessels, they're for conduction and transport. This is the this is the xylem vessel. Okay, what it does, it's for the conduction, or conduction means transport of water. Conduction and transport of water. And it's for support. Okay, extra features are that they contain lumen. They have hollow vessels, and they're long, and they're thickened. So these are important factors. Okay, now palisade mesophyll cells. Okay, palisade mesophyll cells. Palisade mesophyll cells. For the IGCSE, we're gonna have to say that it's for photosynthesis. For photosynthesis, what it is that the mesophyll, so here, so the palisade is this layer and the spongy is this layer. So the palisade plus a spongy gives you a mesophyll. So it's this is the palisade, and this is a spongy. Spongy plus palisade gives you mesophyll cells. That's it. Then this is done. Okay, nerve cells, they're for the conduction of impulses. Nerve cells. this is the nerve cell. Okay, so the function of a nerve cell is conduction or transport of impulses. So it's either you can write conduction of impulses or transport of impulses. Okay, now it's the red blood cells. Red blood cells are for the transport of oxygen. Now, these are red blood cells. Red blood cells. Red blood cells, they are for the transport of oxygen. How does that happen? A red blood cell has hemoglobin, and hemoglobin, what it does is that it's an oxygen carrying pigment. Okay, it's an oxygen carrying pigment. Another feature of red blood cells is that they are biconcave in shape. Another feature is that they have no nucleus, no organelles. And this gives more space for oxygen or hemoglobin. Okay. Now, sperm and egg cells. Sperm and egg cells, they're here. So this is the egg cell, and this is the sperm cell. These two work together for reproduction. Okay? Now, tissue is a group of cells with similar structures working together to perform a shared function. That's obvious. Organ is a structure made up with a group of tissues working together to perform specific functions. So, for tissue, an example of a tissue is maybe a bone or xylem tissue. Okay? An example of an organ is stomach. Okay? Organ system is a group of organs with related functions. Okay? Organ system is digestive. Okay? Tissue. Okay? Now, different levels of organization in drawings, diagrams, and images. So that basically is that the different levels of organization are cell, then tissue, then organ system, then organism. Okay. And done.